Crash and burn. Hey everyone. So tonight I want to talk about Stations of the Crass. This is Crass's one of their bigger albums as far as putting a lot with it. There's the live album that comes with this, and I find that record, actually, I prefer to listen to this on CD or digitally, because the live album, one side I believe is at 33 and the other side's at 45. Like A is 33 and B is 45, or vice versa, or whatever. That is a little frustrating. I mean, you find out pretty quickly that it's running at the wrong speed, because it's like kind of like, and you've got to fucking fire over and fix it. But nonetheless, it's confusing. I don't know why they did that, but nonetheless, yeah, this is one of those records that I got back when I was a kid. And Crass is, like, by far one of the most fun and catchy bands that I've ever heard. One of my ex-girlfriends said that they were really pitchy and annoying sounding. She was just wrong. They're not pitchy or annoying. I know at times their music got a little noisy, but I have to say that that was done on purpose, because they were incredibly pissed off with what Thatcher was doing with England at the time, and their big issue was with the war England was involved in with concerning the Falklands. That was like, that was a huge focus of Crass, and it contributed to some really great songs. And this record, Stations of the Crass here, there are so many songs on here that, like, I mean, and not to mention the fact that as far as the vinyl is concerned, and apparently this vinyl that I have is one of the original pressings from Crass Records that was apparently assembled by the band. Now, I'll never know if that's true or not. I've had this forever, but, I mean, look at the size of this. Look at the size of this poster that you get with it. I mean, people just don't do that with albums nowadays, you know? And this was done all in-house by the band at Exit Stencil, you know? That's a big deal, you know? Like I said, bands today, I mean, fuck that. You wouldn't get this out of them if they could do it for free. But yeah, nonetheless, as far as the songs on here that kick ass, there are so many of them. Mother Earth, fuck, you've got big hands. That song says you've got big hands so many times that even if you don't like it at the start, by the end you're singing it, and then you'll remember it forever, and before long you love the song. Oh, Big Man, Big M-A-N. I never really understood that title, Big Man, Big M-A-N. I wasn't sure if M-A-N was an acronym for something else. If it was, I was never able to figure out what it was. I love the message of it, though, and I think my favorite part about Crass was how they just were so able to so accurately dissect sexism, and how they were able to focus in and really nail what was wrong with sexism so easily, and they did it so clever that, like, I mean, if you have a chance, check out Penis Envy. That's Eve and Joy's record. Steve is completely not heard on that album because it is focused on the female members of the band. And Eve, Jesus Christ, that chick was fucking pissed. Joy's songs are more fun. They have this almost like disco quality, like Walls, for example. Is Walls on here? Yes, Walls. Walls is on here. Without your walls, I am alive. I almost got that tattooed up my arm. I'd already had the I Maintain Against the Grain, and the next one was a toss-up between the Misfits' Look Upon Me, I Am the Beast, and Crass's Without Your Walls, I Am Alive. And I went with the Misfits because I've loved them longer, and I did find that aesthetically it sat better on my arm. The Crass font with Without Your Walls, I Am Alive, it was a little thin, and then when I blew it up, it became too long, and it would have, like, went further down than my hand. So it would have been like, Without Your Walls, I Am a, you know, and so that never would have worked. So, yeah, Walls is on here. Fuck, Demon Crats. I love Demon Crats. I ain't thick, it's just a trick. Maybe it's a trick. Maybe it was thick. Who knows? It's a catchy song, and I don't get how I actually dated somebody that said that they weren't catchy. I don't understand how you can't find Crass catchy. I get it, okay? They do, like I said, they get a little noisy, but their anger was so pure and so honest that of course things are going to get noisy. I mean, check out Yes Sir I Will if you have any doubt to that. Fuck, that record just goes off the rails. First couple songs, more normal. Second track's piano-based. It's catchy and it's fun. But from that point forward, holy fuck does that record just, like I said, off the rails. But yeah, I mean, do they owe us a living? And, of course, Punk is Dead, which is a scathing take on the scene of punk rock at this point. Punk is dead, punk isn't dead. Saying punk is dead is more of a saying than anything else. I think anybody that yells punk is dead doesn't even understand what punk was in the first place. Punk's no more dead than disco's dead. Disco never died. Disco kicks ass. If you don't like disco, you don't like music. If you don't like punk, you don't like music. There's so many different types that there's something there for everyone. And I don't get why everybody had such a hard-on for trying to kill it, you know? Punk is dead, punk is dead. Like, I hate all these, like parent types going, oh, punk is dead, what are you listening to that for? It's dead. Like, they understood that it, like, what the fuck it meant to be alive in the first place, right? Like, it was like a catchphrase. It was like, what's that one there? Got Milk from when I was a kid when all the celebrities had the milk mustache. And then the one from the 80s, Where's the Beef? I don't think anybody even understood what it meant by the end of it. I think it was, where's the beef? And, you know, everybody had beef. Everybody was eating beef. Nobody understood how originally it was actually something pretty serious that was as the result of Reaganomics. But sort of like I said, back with the punk is dead thing. Like, what do you mean punk is dead? Explain that to me, you know? I mean, there's still punk bands going today, so I don't think it's dead. I think it's just a catchy thing older people say to try and make themselves sound knowledgeable when it comes to different types of music that they couldn't understand if they lived to be 1,000, right? But yeah, I mean, I love the design of this album. I love the fact that they gave a massive poster that, of course, I will never use because it is coincidentally the place where you hold the LPs. I suppose it's not the end of the world. You could just find somewhere else for them. But I'm never going to do that. And yeah. So look, I'm going to go. I have talked about Stations of the Crass for long enough, I believe. And now I'm having a hard time. Jesus fucking Christ. And, alright. There we go. I'm sorting it out. This is one of those records that you don't really want to open unless you have the intention. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, there we go. It's done. Putting it down now. Alright, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe. And we will see you guys really soon.